You couldn't stop talking about your ex, could you? You couldn't stop talking about how crazy your ex was. Your crazy ex was still around. And now your crazy ex caused problems to your new girlfriend or your new boyfriend. How is that cool? How is that healthy? You tell me. The thing is, now we have that crazy psycho ex that everybody is saying is a red flag. How to know if it's true or not. And that was a comment from Nanook 2021. Thank you for sending that in. Welcome back to Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kita. And yeah, I just saw that comment right now. I had liked it quite a while back, took a screenshot, and I just saw it. And I was like, hey, wait a second. That's right. I forgot to answer this one. Now we have that psychopath ex. You know, I've said many times in my videos, it's a red flag when you start dating someone and they're always talking about their ex, or they're telling you that they have a crazy psycho ex, their ex is crazy, oh my God, and they're obsessed with me and they're stalking me and this and the other. And 9 out of 10 times, at least people here in the community, survivors of narcissist abuse, have come to realize that that story was completely warped and butchered and stolen and flipped and reversed by the perpetrator himself or herself. I know with my psychopath ex, all she kept talking about was her ex from another country and some other guy and blah, blah, blah. And it turned out to be a big circus show. And for many of you too, turns out that person that they're commenting about when you actually spoke with them, the story was completely backwards, wasn't it? Well, so it is kind of crazy, and it is a red flag. And I'm not gonna tell you, oh no, if it's you, then you're exempt. No, you're not exempt. Okay, you're not exempt. If you have a crazy psychopathic stalking ex, and you start dating somebody new, that person should stay as far away from you as possible because you are not ready to date yet. Nobody wants to get into a relationship, or nobody wants to date somebody that has some psycho after them. Okay, because that psycho is going to come after you too. Okay, nobody wants to get involved with that. If you bring baggage into a new relationship, that's not fair to the new person. Now the new person has to deal with that crazy psycho too. Okay? There's going to be jealousy. There's going to be bouts of vengeance, right? There's going to be all sorts of chaos going into that new relationship. So yeah, if you meet somebody and they're telling you that they have some crazy ex and their ex this and their ex that, and they can't stop talking about their ex, and their ex is still haunting them, stalking them, harassing them, blah, 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 run. You do not need that in your life. There are plenty of people out there do not have that following them around. Why would you pick somebody? Why would you make the decision? Why would you make the choice? Because it is a choice. Why would you make that decision? Why would you choose that person? Nah. And if you're the one coming out of a relationship with a psychopath, with a narcissist, with some crazy, terrible, terrible person, you're not ready to date yet. You need to make sure you resolve that issue. You make sure that person's no longer in your life. You make sure that person's not trying to ruin your life. You make sure that person is not harassing you, haunting you, stalking you, right? Trying to get back with you, causing all sorts of chaos and drama in your life, because you're going to bring that baggage to the new relationship with the new person, and that person's going to think you're absolutely out of your mind. You're going to look like the crazy one. You're going to look like the bad one. And God forbid if you guys actually do get involved. And because of your unprocessed trauma, because of the baggage that you brought into this new relationship, you end up screwing things up. And you end up inadvertently, unintentionally hurting your new lover. They're going to think you're a narcissist. They're going to think you're a terrible person. They're going to think you're crazy. And it's going to be all of your fault. And you're going to look at yourself like, what the hell? I'm a victim here. I was just trying to find somebody that would love me back after the hell that I went through. What the heck? How can you gaslight me this way? How can you say that I'm the bad person? Well, this chair is uncomfortable. Well, you couldn't stop talking about your ex, could you? You couldn't stop talking about how crazy your ex was. Your crazy ex was still around. And now your crazy ex caused problems to your new girlfriend or your new boyfriend. How is that cool? How is that healthy? You tell me. Because from my point of view, it's not. It's not, and it's unfair to the new person. Shit, it's unfair for you too. It's unfair for you too, because you're not giving yourself a chance to start something fresh, like a clean slate with somebody. You're still holding on and hanging on to that crazy ex, trying to justify yourself, trying to justify why you sound crazy. So yeah, you don't have immunity. If you have a crazy ex, don't date. Resolve that shit. Make sure you take care of that. Make sure you work on yourself. Rebuild yourself. Rebuild your life. Focus on what's important. I know for a lot of you, healing it's a long journey. I mean, it was a long journey for me too. Don't think that overnight I was cured. I wasn't ready to date right away. I thought, yeah, I could find someone and replace the psychopath. Nah. Everybody that I met, every friend that I made, everybody around that window, right? All I wanted to do was talk about that crazy stories. Like, you won't believe what I went through. I dated a psychopath. Oh, headlines everywhere. Have you ever heard of that one? And they looked at me like if I was bonkers. Right? And most people don't know what a psychopath is anyway, so when you tell them, hey, my ex is a psychopath, either A, they're going to be like, holy shit, fucking Friday the 13th here, you got some fucking mass murderer after you, some psychopath, like what, you were dating Dexter, what the, get away. Or they're going to think you're just out of your mind and you're talking shit about your ex like most people do. When they get out of some bad situation, they just start bashing the ex, right? They're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm sure, yeah. Okay, you dated a psychopath. Sure you did. I believe you. You're going to get that type of mockery, that patronizing tone. Yeah, I got that tone. I got that patronizing tone. I could tell. There was particular friends of mine that they were just very politically correct and they just did not buy into it. And I could just tell by their responses. I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay. And I was like, don't patronize me, you motherfucker. I can tell you don't believe me. And that would just get under my skin. I was trying to prove it to everybody. That was all I was thinking of. I was losing my mind like all of you. If you guys are new to the channel and you're just watching these videos for the first time and this shit's resonating you feel like you're losing your mind too, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. You feel like nobody understands you, and if nobody understands you, shit, then maybe we're crazy, right? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm losing my mind, right? Because nobody gets it and nobody believes you and you start to feel isolated. Yeah, that's what it feels like. If that's what it feels like, drop a like on this video right now. Smash that like button. That's right. That's right. Because you know what? It doesn't matter if nobody believes you. Whether somebody believes you or not is not going to change the fact that it happened. Okay? It happened. And sure, it feels better when you find someone that understands and can empathize with you and possibly went through the same thing. When I met my mentor, I was like, finally somebody gets it. Finally somebody gets it. Oh, wow. So I'm not crazy. So I'm not making this stuff up. How could I make this stuff up when he told me everything that I went through, completed my sentences, knew exactly what happened in the order of it happened. I'm here trying to tell him the story, and he knew. He knew, and then she did this, right? And this is how you felt, and this is what you tried to do, and then she did that, blah, blah. And I was like, how did you know? Like, I was flabbergasted. I was like, wow. Of course, after that, I went back, tried to explain to my friends, hey, guess what? So I found some person on the internet, and he knows everything I'm going through. He told me to read this book, blah, 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 blah. They still thought I was crazy. Still thought I was crazy. Until finally I let all that go. Had nothing to prove to anybody. I needed to get better. I needed to get better. I had to put all that shit down and work on me. Because the psychopath X was long gone. She was out terrorizing somebody new. I had to work on me and turn my shit around. And I did. And it paid off. Believe me, it paid off. It took some time. But everything good takes time. Everything that's awesome takes time. It's worth the sacrifice. A lot of people want instant gratification, so they turn to drugs and alcohol and strip joints and dating apps and just finding somebody new and replacing. That's not going to help you heal when you've dealt with a cluster B, with a narcissist, with a psychopath, with a borderline. That's not going to help whatsoever. That's just going to delay the healing. And then, eventually, you're going to have to face those demons. Because things are going to get so bad, you're going to make the same mistakes time and time again till you finally face yourself. It's like, okay, message received. Let me take some time and work on myself so I can put this behind me. Because you do get to a place where this no longer drives you, where this is no longer the thing that you think about all the time. You will get there if you want to get there. I mean, if you want to stay where you are and you want to keep replaying the tape, that will become a bad habit. It's called rumination. That will become a bad habit. You will become conditioned to thinking and overthinking and replaying the tape over and over and over again. Then you'll never get out of that situation. But if you really want to get out, you have to take some time and notice what thoughts are plaguing your mind to the point of obsession. We all know what it is. You're ruminating about the narcissist. You're retelling the story. You're replaying the tape. Oh, you think you're getting to a point of resolution, and then your brain just goes right back to the beginning and you start again. You think you're going to get to the end of it. You think you're going to figure it out. You think you're going to get some clarity, some closure. You think the anxiety is going to go away. You replay the tape again, and you get to that point where it's like this broken loop, and it kicks you right back. Kicks you right back, kicks you right back, and you do it again, and you do it again. Hours go by, and you're overthinking the shit that happened a year ago, 2 years ago. The psychopath is long gone, and you're still doing this to yourself. For how long do you want to keep self-destructing? If you're in a situation where you already got out, you were most likely discarded, dumped, cheated on, abandoned, do you want to move forward? Or are you so obsessed that you only want the narcissist or the psychopath X back? What you really want is for them to just heal and become good people and live up to the empty promises that they made and come back with their tails between their legs and apologize and tell you how much they love you and make everything better. Is that what you want? Because let me tell you, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. The choice is yours. It's always been yours. We've always had a choice. But yeah, if you're going about your life talking about this crazy psycho X all the time, people are going to think that you're the crazy one. So don't make the same mistake. Don't do what the narcissists do. Don't do it. Don't become like them. If you need help, I got a coaching program and I can work with you. One-on-one. It's not going to be a group thing. It's going to be one-on-one over Zoom. We can break things down. A person is going to be in your corner. Because I went through this shit too. And I didn't do it alone. I needed help. For those that think they're going to do this shit alone, go for it. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. We all think we can do things alone, things that we don't understand. And when you finally take the leap of faith and you finally hire that coach, that the accountant, you know, obviously the doctor, the attorney, the professional, psychologist, whatever it is, and you're like, oh shit, I thought I knew. I thought I knew, but I knew nothing. And that's how you succeed. That's how you get ahead. I thought I could figure this shit out. I thought I was headstrong. I thought I had drive, which I did. But I didn't know what I was dealing with. This was something I had never faced and I didn't understand. And to this day, I still feel it was demonic possession of some sort. But I couldn't do it alone. So don't hesitate to reach out. I have a link below in the description. You can get more information on my coaching program. I work with people all over the world. This is happening to a lot of people. And it's growing. Unfortunately, because of social media, because of the disconnect today in society, narcissism is growing. Mental disorders are growing. But there's more information out there too. So make sure you like and subscribe and get yourself educated. If this resonates with you, leave a comment below and let me know how this made sense, what you're going through. And if you've gotten out and you've turned your life around, please share your success story below to give everybody else in the community that's still stuck or still struggling a little bit of hope. Okay? My name is Kita. This is Psychopath Exposure. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.